Okay, here I am. I got a parking spot on Lakeshore, you know, and with a little difficulty, but I got a parking spot. And that's Kipling over there. Oops, trying to get run over by a car. And this is Samuel Smith Park. So I think there's something going on there. And that's the Humber campus over there, which is where I taught one course before I started full-time at the other place a long time ago. So let's see what's here. Let's take a quick look. There are lights. This is a good sign. And there's lots of people heading that way. When I turned on Kipling, the road that way was blocked. So I think that this is going to be easier to find the art stuff. Here I am, and there was someone holding up a little light there. Was a small human child was holding up a light, and now another human is holding up a light, and it says, "Explore forest area of Humber. Do not trespass. On the surface, this quintessential patriotic scene of Canadian great outdoors, subverted to the Anishinaabe beadwork pattern, celebrate resistance and reclamation of land." Williams challenges to consider the represented nation's impacts on Indigenous peoples' access to land and water, the ongoing legacy of colonialism. It's interesting. It's interesting. So let's have a look at the piece. Excuse me. It's over here, and you get the deck chair thingies, and the does it say something? Is there trespassing or something there? What does it say? Posted, private property, hunting, fishing, trapping, trespassing for any purpose is strictly forbidden. Violators will be prosecuted. And I do recognize that's the American flag, Canadian flag, and that is a provincial flag? The blue one? Is that? I'm not sure what that flag is, but and then there's like a tent thing there. It's quite good, actually, And it was nice that I was able to read out that thing. A human was holding up a light. Now, let's see what else is here. If I'm not mistaken, that flag, isn't that fleur-de-lis? Is that a Quebec, I should know this. Isn't that the Quebec flag? Anyway, I'll have to read up on this one. Now, this is the next, I just walked from there to here. This is Samuel Smith Park. This looks kind of interesting. Let me read a little blurby thing on this. Oh, the blurb has got the light already, so a human doesn't have to hold it up. In tug, 4 boats with mechanized oars will row feverishly away from each other in an exploration of the relentless commodification of nature. Oars endlessly rise and fall as each boat pulls earnestly on a large solid tree. There. At the center of the tug of war, a steady and frustration tug presents an exploration on the ways in which the landscape continues to be commodified. I think we saw commodified in the description of the other one as well, and sapped of its physical properties through excessive extraction. I like it. It's good. I read the little description of this before I came, or earlier today, and I was like going. I didn't see any pictures or anything, and I'm like going, is somebody going to be rowing these things? And is there water? I'm like, have they built a little pond around a tree? But this is how they've done it. Kind of works. It's kind of funny. I kind of like this one. Anyway, let's see what else is here. There's a whole bunch of stuff here apparently. Okay, here's another one. Farsh by Rhoda Medhat. Toronto. A traditional form of minaret, this large carpeted sculpture poses questions of how communication has changed over time. For us, is a carpeted sculpture used as a communication point between us and others. Using the traditional form in the minaret, this piece allows us to connect with and reflect on the spaces between us. That's the theme, I think, of this whole Nuit Blanche, as well as our personal connection to the people with whom we communicate. Interesting. And you feel the little carpet things there, kind of like the Middle Eastern carpet things. And it's supposed to be a minaret, which is, this little, religious for the Nutty Professor. You know how the Nutty Professor feels about religious symbolism stuff. So let's walk away from this one quite quickly and do that way. Maybe we'll something away from that kind of, that's like, no, religious shit. No, not for the Nutty Professor. Okay, bye for now. Okay, I inquired, and I got I prefer the paper thingy anyway to the, I've been doing the online thing. Maybe with this one I could have found the other one up by the subway station. But I've got a paper now. A real map thingy. So, but she was like, go that way, turn left, and you'll see a glass building and there's some exhibits. So there's some more. So let's go in search. No. Yeah, somebody is putting a flashlight, which is very good, in response to the high prevalence of black bodies and the increased police presence in black communities. It flips the message of surveillance, replacing them with Afrofuturist icons that harness ancestral gifts of black bodies for their future prosperity. Interesting, And you're there. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They can remove it, right?
That's
It's
pretty
way
cool.
too complicated for them to paint it on there. I mean, look at those eyes. That was I think it is like it's almost like a photograph. Oh, they've got like
I think I heard what she was saying. That kind of makes sense. Whatever she said. It's a little complicated. They didn't actually paint on the bricks. It's some kind of overlay thingy. Cool. Now let's see what's this way. Now, there's all kinds of stuff going on inside there in the campus. Now, when I taught here many, many, many years ago, we're talking like over 30 years ago, longer. I think there was only one building over there somewhere. It was like an old building. This is all new. They've expanded. Or maybe this building was here, but they expanded it. I don't know. But anyway, let's see what's inside. Okay, I just read the little blurby thing outside quickly because, there were other people there and I couldn't really stop and read and, while taping. But I read something about intergenerational weaving or something. So maybe I think this is the start of it. This one's in multiplicity. Artist examines how the space between images and audience gaze impact the dancing body in their work, how they contend with the subtle codes require the body to be both authentic and reproducible. Let's see.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
It reminds me of something I saw the other day at the art gallery, which I haven't been to in like a week, 2 weeks now. So this is my art quota for this week. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to. It's kind of interesting. In most was the dance artists and the names. I'm not going to show all of that. So I think I'm going to now. I don't know if there's anything this way. Let's have a look. This is by students here, different Humber College programs, produced artistic project in 14 short weeks. They hardly knew each other, yet their project became an emotive digital experience in the form of a video game challenges audiences to consider what human connection really means in the wake of unexpected isolation. Interesting again. And a lot of this has been, as I was reading before, has been influenced by the pandemic and the kind of enforced isolation for the couple of years and stuff. But I think for this one you'd have to kind of stop and listen to the different videos, so I'm not going to do that right now. But it's an interesting project, and I like the fact that it was done by students, like all within 14 weeks. Pretty cool. Oh, I see. You're supposed to sit at those monitors and it's some kind of video game that is influenced by the theme. Interesting, and the people are standing behind watching them play the game and kind of go, oh, yeah, interesting. I think that's it for now. I did spell. Oh, there might be more here. Oops, I dropped my map. Very important. Oh, this is new, by the way. When the brief semester I taught here, and I think there was an instructor strike that year. I mean, a very long time ago, and it disrupted my whole thing. And then after that, I got the full-time teaching job at the other place anyway. This is actually very cool. It's become a huge campus now compared to, and I think they took over the grounds of, there was a hospital here or something, if I wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, this building will be closed. It's a good campus, So, and there's stuff going on there. Let's see what's going on there. If I'm not mistaken, a long time ago these buildings were a psychiatric hospital, which closed down a long time ago and then was abandoned. It looks like they're part of Humber College now, as far as I can tell. Now, I can see the staircases are all enclosed. Now, there's more here. New roots. Inspired by forest surrounding Humber College, forest fungi create an extensive root network in the soil. This network allows the fungi to communicate with one another, exchange resources. Neon roots is the fungi symbolize people's inner strength and the strength created by community. I don't know about that, but I do like eating mushrooms. Various types. Now let's see what this is. Yes, see, those are the mushroom fungi thing, and that's supposed to be like a fungal thing. I think, like I don't know, a connectedness or something. I don't know. Maybe there is a magic mushroomy element to it. I'm not sure. Anyway, oops! I was going to walk down that grass, but that's all part of the exhibit because there's little fungi things there, those little plastic fungi. But I can walk here. Here, it's not part of the exhibit. There's something going on there. Wait, I'll check out what's here first, and then I'll head there. This looks very interesting. It's a video piece, but I'm not going to stay and watch it right now because I'm going to do the other stuff and then get back to the kids. They've been alone. It looks interesting, but I'm not going to actually see it right now or read the blurb right now. Okay, this looks pretty cool. I've got to find the blurb. Where's the blurb thing? Okay, this is a point, a line, makes a curve, and then a circle. Soft Walls Collective torn together. Experience a 12-hour collaboration of weaving performance, where weavers and their looms respond to shared choreography, tension, and sound. Set against an immersive sonic tapestry, the weavers will undulate in relation to one another, concealing and revealing their cloth in progress. The undulation part, and the collaboration part. And I can look, it's undulating. Pretty cool. Yes, I just was reading something the other day, I don't remember in which book now. There was weaving as a metaphor, and the weaving terms, and there's the waft. I don't know. Don't ask me about weaving, but there's the whoop and the warp or something. I don't know. There's some weaving thingy. It was metaphorical in something I was reading, so I guess I'm using this as a metaphor. Okay, I think enough of the weaving. Interesting. We'll see what else there is and then head back. It is cool. I don't mean to make light of it and be sarcastic, but it's I don't think I'm going to watch too much longer. Okay, next exhibit. Maybe one of the weed gummies. Another one. There's a lot of stuff. So the weaving thing, human weaving thing is going on there. There's another one in here in one of the buildings. All in your head. Atia. Artistic cultural traditions of Tetris, Arabic word for Palestinian embroidery. Artistic practice, exhibition tend to pass on 3,000-year-old tradition, future generations. Take a quick look at this, and then I think I'm going to head back. I had to make space because I ran out of space on my phone, so I had to delete, and I stored a lot of stuff from before, which I think is in the Google, or that, whatever, not Google, but that, it's on that cloudy thing. So I think and my podcasts are already available on air, though. There's a lot of them. So I had to delete some footage to make room. So I've got some room now. So I'll have a quick look here, and I'll have to delete more. I think it's pretty much all on that cloudy thing, so I can delete more. Oh, there's embroidery going on here. Hello, this way. Thank you. Across distance, so these are all examples of embroidery, and they tell you what they are. Some are whole Roots of Despair. They all have titles. Interesting. So I read the little blurb. They go all the way along there. I don't know. I don't think embroidery is the Nutty Professor's thing quite, So I think I'm going to head out. Embroidery. I get the metaphorical thing. Yes, I get it. But I don't think so. So now let's. I smelled food. There's food trucks. Is it too early to eat? You know, I smell food trucks. But, maybe I'll eat downtown. I'm still planning on going downtown, so I better get back to the kids. They've been alone for quite some time now, and it's been dark. I didn't leave on any lights, so I got to find my way back now. I think that's it for now. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, I said I wasn't going to take more, but just walking past this book of waves looks interesting. Artist utilizes biological processes of living algae to capture carbon dioxide, create oxygen, purify the air from toxins, made from organic biopolymers. The sculpture housing the living algae brings to attention to the global environmental problems and a hope and solution. Okay, let's have a quick look. Actually, this isn't the algae one. The algae one's over there. But this one's kind of interesting too. Satellite life, interactive installation, 12 satellite dishes cloaked in colorful scarves, reflecting the parallels between self-censorship and self-isolation. Very cool, actually. That's pretty cool, you know. Now, algae. Yeah, this is the book of waves, the algae one.
When we breathe in and then breathe out, it's carbon dioxide. So the algae converts that carbon dioxide into fresh air. So it's making fresh air.
Did we hear that? That was interesting. Okay, now I gotta find my way out of here. I'm kind of trapped. You know, how do I get out of the art stuff? You know, I want to get back. The kids. I know where I am now. This is where I picked up the map thing over there, and there's food trucks. Am I hungry yet? Yeah, I know where I am. That's Lakeshore. The minis parked just down there. So I think I saw quite a bit here. I need a bit quickly because, you know, I've got a bit of a time thing here. I want to get back to the kids. They've been alone in the dark. Well, alone meaning loose all together in the condo. So hopefully they've been getting along. So I got to get back. Food. There's food. Yes, there is a food truck here. And I think some kind of a taste of Mexico. And then there's something over there. But you know what? I don't want to behave like a canine here. Like going, oh, food. I'm going to be a little bit more feline and a little bit more finicky. So let's skip the food now. Head back to the kids. I can smell it, though. It does smell kind of good, you know. But anyway, I'm going to head back to the kids and spend some time with them. And then maybe head downtown. It's going to be much, much bigger downtown because the whole of Yonge Street is closed from Dundas to the lake and Harbourfront. So if I can find a parking spot somewhere and walk. So first I'll go back to the kids. Anyway, bye for now. This was kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting. It was, you know, bye for now. Door, and I've left some of the shopping there in the big bag of cat food, which the kids came to investigate already, the babies. And Geeta came running, and she went into this room. I turned on the lights. It was all dark. And the babies came to greet me at the door. One of them particularly, I think Elsie was a bit worried. Elsie is the one who, when I started leaving them loose and going out, he would always come to the door going, Daddy, are you sure about this? You sure you don't want to put us in a room? So he was our first one to come. So we get both of them. And I can see everybody's got ears, you know. All ears are accounted for. So we get one baby there. And we get another baby here. And we got all the ears accounted for. And I don't see any clumps of hair. And Agitha went into that room, even though she could have gotten into that room any time. The door was open. This is her usual routine when I come back and I open the door. If the babies have been in this room, I open the door and then she goes to sit on the bed. But, you know, I guess she's sticking to her routine, even though she could have been in that room anytime she wanted, last 3 or 4 hours. So this is the first time I've left them, and you know, when it became dark, and I didn't leave any lights on, but you know, I think they were okay. As I said, they seem to be okay, and I am going to put away the stuff and spend some time with the kids. There's no rush now. I mean, this art thing goes on until 7 o'clock in the morning, so we let the crowds die down a bit, though. You know, we're going to have a lot of drunk people around, but you know, it might be easier to park or find later. But we'll see, you know, we'll see what the situation is later. But for now, I'm just going to do some laundry and get some warmer clothes together. Maybe one of my oversized coats. It's supposed to be kind of coolish tonight. So, but everybody seems to be okay. I'm just going to relax with the kids, work on a journal entry, and then head out again. and maybe head out again. We'll see if I have the energy. I've seen quite a bit of art, that it took me. Okay, here I am. I spent a few hours at home with the kids, and I was gonna leave babies with the run of the condo, but then they kind of wanted to go into their room, and I was looking for a flashlight in the drawer of the master bedroom. They thought I was looking for treats, which is where I keep them, and they came running into the bedroom and jumped on the bed, and I said, okay, if you want to stay in here, I will give you treats. Probably safer, and then I don't have to worry as much. So they're in their room. I left a couple of lights on. Agita's run of the rest of the condo. Now, this is my first stop. It's actually very close. I go past this area all the time when I go to the car wash on Lansdowne, just up here. But this is a sort of industrial area. There's a Museum of Contemporary Art just over there, that building, which I didn't even know about. So that's one of the reasons I came here, because I'm like going, where is this Museum of Contemporary Art? I've never seen it. So I had no idea this place existed. So let's have a look. It's a little chilly. I've got an extra jacket in the car. I've got a really thick weight, and then I've got, one I can wear over this. So that should be okay. Let's see what it's like inside. Okay, this is the name of the exhibition. Thomas Demands Here. So let's see what this is. Okay, it looks kind of interesting, and I don't need a light to read this because there's light inside. The title, House of Card, refers to the precariousness of Thomas Demand's practice as a builder. Although architecture generally equates with permanence, Demand explores ephemerality through his use of paper and cardboard. Working with these materials, he produces full-scale models in the studio that recreate notorious, newsworthy, or familiar scenes based on images that he sources from media and everyday life. He records these constructions on camera through photography or film, subsequently destroys the models. Demand's final images exhibit no traces of time building process. In this way, they deliberately create distance in relation to found or memorized images. Superstar. Sounds very interesting. Let's have a look. Let's see what this is like. I'm not sure where it is.
Do you need a hand with anything? Or
Sorry?
Do you need a hand with it?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, what? This is Thomas Demand's work. Where is it? Where is what is this about?
Yeah, so Thomas Demand is the exhibition we have on first floor, second floor, and third floor.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we're just doing the first floor tonight.
Okay. So what do we have
on the first
here?
floor, we have a work that is a karaoke bar that's actually by Rikrit Tervenetia.
Okay.
So Thomas Demand was doing this residency in Japan.
Okay.
And became interested in this karaoke bar that he found, and then he did this project around the karaoke bar, and then Rikrit Tervenetia did the residency later, and then he kind of took it and did it in his own way, which is like make it more of like a social engaged project, right?
But it's a real karaoke. People
can play karaoke. Yeah.
Cool. Now, what else is on the floor?
So we have a work by Montreal-based artist Kelly Jazvac.
Okay.
So it's a work. She does a lot of work with like salvaged vinyl banners.
Okay.
So she goes to like advertising companies and takes their banners after they're going to throw it out, and it's all around like thinking about the scale of plastic pollution.
Oh, very cool.
Very sculptural and playful.
Yep, and very, very timeful.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's also a video work on the side.
Okay.
That's kind of like made using machine learning algorithms.
Okay.
It's very psychedelic kind of.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
So it's really the three exhibitions here.
Yeah, just right now it's the three exhibitions.
Okay, thank you very much. I didn't know this place existed. I'm so glad I came.
Cool. Yeah, you should drop by.
Yeah, I go past here all the time.
Yeah, you should definitely drop by.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Bye-bye. That was my first ever interview as a roving podcast nutty professor. The first ever interview, Anyway, cool. And you heard what he said, so I don't have to repeat it. The karaoke bar is kind of cool. Well, let's have a look at this one. Now, he kind of explained it. I think I'm allowed to walk on here. Large-scale interventions made from he said that, from used advertising billboards. The source materials feature escapist imagery around themes of time, luxury watch face, time-traveling science fiction movie characters, geologic landscapes, beverage commercials, encourage viewers to take a break. Zavak has deconstructed. Construction was very big years ago when they was studying philosophy, but that was a different kind of brand of it. Has deconstructed these images, splicing, collaging, weaving them, altering their meaning and purpose. Jazvak invites visitors to walk through and onto the work. That's what I was a little worried about, allowed to walk on it. But her new compositions, previously distanced images, are now perceivable at close range. This is very cool. It's very cool indeed. I like this. Okay. And then there's a video thingy here. Oh, there. Yeah. So there isn't a lot right now. But what I've seen is interesting. In town, there was one on Ossington, and I was passing Ossington. So I said, let me try this. Multi-sensory interactive collection of mediums for Toronto to bridge cultural space between us, reimagine itself, divorce glory. Now, the only question is, where is it? Arrows, that way. So it must be down this alley. Again, this alley does remind me of, alleys that I used to frequent 30 years ago. There'd be all night, booze cans and gallery events and just people, hanging out, talking about art and doing substances, and in those days, I mean, weed and booze, but booze after hours. But anyway, let's have a look. And there were all kinds of collectives, and I met a lot of art students, even though I never went to art school myself. Anyway, let's see what this is.
Honestly, which one? I don't know. Yeah.
It does remind me a lot of my old art community sort of days and the kind of people I used to hang out with. These are probably their children. Grandchildren, maybe. I don't know. Well, not grandchildren. Children for sure. Oh, I kind of like that. And you're always wearing that virtual reality thingy now. Maybe I could find out a little bit more about that. Somebody said something about the balcony. I'm not sure what. No. The chaps there said they can go in through the side entrance. This is site collaboratory. Let me go in. Oh, very cool. Your phone is lying to you. Set your phone in camera mode only and look at the dark up there through your smartphone. Is that an optical illusion? I always had trouble figuring those optical illusions out. Like you spot put a dot where you were born. I don't think so. This really does bring back a lot of memories for me, because this is the kind of places I used to hang out with, the people I used to hang out with, before I started teaching full time. It's a day job, which turned into a kind of other things too. But yeah, cool. I like it. Maybe it would be different if I kind of, was boozed up and smoking joints and new people. Then it's kind of a different scene, and the art would probably jump out at me more. But it was still cool. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, let's onwards. Next stop. Okay, this is like
of our
just across
7:30
from where
p.m.
I
salute.
parked. The mini is right there.
Wind from the top of the mountain broke bread with gypsy travelers carrying dusty instruments, composing for a living, filling up the decomposing space between us with music. Together,
spark
we
change
watched cold
within audiences
waterfall,
with great voices that
700
bring
feet, the full
awareness,
spectrum
solace,
of the rainbow
petals of
visible
understanding.
to the naked eye. California sunshine was
on the
playing
wall.
the harp, and the space between the strings tastefully sang like lemongrass and hibiscus. Yellow
Interesting.
green, and orange. I am
Very
the
interesting.
threshold, the whistle.
Now, I need not to look that way, because if I look that way, I might feel anxious and start throwing up. But I think I can walk on this side of the street. It should be okay. Can you believe it? I found parking! I found parking! Just hope the Mini isn't towed away. It's a good thing that I don't name my cars, because, you know, if it was named, then I'd be more worried about being towed. But this is not named, it's okay. I don't think it's... I'm on that side of the sign, and it's not between, you know, whatever, and 9 p.m., so we should be okay. Anyway, bye for now. Lots of people out! You know, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning! You know, it's always like that. It's like a big party at this... I used to go every year to this Nuit Blanche thing. I actually used to do some lectures in the theaters there. It was those theaters were affiliated with the place where I used to be gainfully employed, and it was like a big lecture theater. And I used to write on a little thing that was projected into the screen. I missed my blackboard, but it was like a proper theater. It was kind of fun. Nutty Professor mode. The marking papers and the asking questions about what's going to be on the test, that part wasn't fun. The rest of that wasn't fun. But the actual performances as Nutty Professor were fun, up to a point. Until people started asking questions and annoying me, which they did quite often. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, this is Young Dundas Square, and there's all kinds of stuff happening here. Oh, I read something about this. Something with the skateboards, you know. I did read something about this. I'm not sure exactly what it means. We have to find the blurb. I don't know where the blurb is. I guess it's skateboarding is an art form. You know, the people are like taping it. You know, there must be something. Must be some special skateboarding. The skateboarding is an art form. I don't know something. I'll have to read the blurb. I don't know what the blurb is. Look! I think there's like food trucks. Chuck Brothers. Oh, I gotta find the food. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta have supper. A lot of homans out here. But that's okay. I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so, and I don't have to talk to anyone, so it's okay. But, Food! I can smell a lot of weed too. Not surprisingly, I guess. Well, very long lineup for the jerk chicken, and I wouldn't eat the chicken anyway. They do have fish. They have fish and potatoes. I don't know. Let's see what else they have. There is vegan poutine here, fries and gravy. But I just had vegetarian poutine the other day from Harvey's. So I don't know. I don't think I want to. I can always, after I look around here, there's got to be something else to eat. But I can always go back to Chinatown on my way back. Something will be open for late night soup or something, you know. So let's just wander this way a bit. Lots of humans. It's nice that the road is closed to traffic. I'm fairly warmly dressed. I get like 3 layers of sweaters and jackets, and I'm wearing a toque. I kind of need it. My ears would have been cold otherwise with my mini hat. Goes to show how long it's been since I've walked down here. There's like a very high-end looking Indian restaurant here, and when they give the chef's name in big letters on the sign, obviously means some kind of celebrity chef. Now, Shapeshifter, a series of cultural wars drawn from diverse sets of archival folkloric stories about shapeshifters, mythical figures, interspersed along the path of large-style immersive sculptures inspired by historical myths about shapeshifters and the continuous capacity of people to transform themselves in daily lives. So I guess we're going to see these things. Oh, there they are. We see these things as we pass. Okay? They're like cardboard cutout things. Interesting. If I'm not mistaken, this is a lineup to get into the Circle K. Or is it for something else? Would people be lining up to go into Circle K? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, there's something there, right at the end, some kind of, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a projection. There was a projection back there on a building, which I saw from the car. What's this? There's a Beyond Meat truck. That might be interesting. Let's see what they have. Oh, you know what? This is just tasters. This is like free stuff, sample. I gotta try it. And the lineup is moving pretty quickly. Let's see what it is. Cool! It's like a free sample taster of Beyond Chicken. I'm not sure which sauce it is. There's like there was a garlic one and a chili one. I'm not sure what it is, but it's free, and it's Beyond Meat. It's vegetarian, so I'm definitely going to eat it. You know what? It's good. It really does taste like chicken. It's good. An occupation. Amitra happened, I think. Part sculpture, part performance, exploration of the nature of labor, occupation, participatory performance involving dancers, a 6-meter wide inflatable structure that inflates and deflates via heart monitors, and all-night karaoke. Remember there was a karaoke reference at that previous place? The one in that little kind of, contemporary museum thing. You're invited to provide the soundtrack. Please bring to project staff. Again, there's a little bit of a theme here. Now, since I'm coming this way, I'm going to check out Nathan Filmsker because there's a lot of stuff there. And then I'll head back maybe to Harbourfront if I feel adventurous. Okay, this is one just approaching bay. If you pace yourself throughout the night, you'll be able to have clarity to enjoy each movement. Installation brought to you, fine artist, no pattern, in collaboration with Johnny Walker. Demonstrates pace as an important part of responsible drinking. So it's sort of an advertisement as well.
Jerry!
Take 4. How we do this?
I haven't had a veggie hot dog in a while, so I got it from that, at least from a cart. I got it from that cart guy because it wasn't a very long lineup. And that one had jalapenos and stuff. Which the other, that truck thing didn't have the jalapenos. So I put a lot of jalapenos and sriracha, not my favorite hot sauce, but better than nothing. And I got a Coke, which is in my pocket. And now I'm here at Nathan Phillips Square to see what's here, So why don't I sit on a bench, eat my hot dog, and then we'll see what's happening up there. There's some stuff happening here. Bye for now. I'll just stop this. I'll tape again when I resume my walking, so I can have my supper and my Coke and my diabetes medications. And there's various stuff happening here and there. Anyway, let's see. Okay, bye for now. It's actually not bad, with all the jalapenos. It's edible. I just hope that people haven't been breathing on the jalapenos. Nobody's wearing masks. Nobody at all. I guess Anyway, I'm triple vaccinated. Anyway, bye for now. Lot safer than binges, that's for sure. Anyway, bye for now. There's something with these lights up. I finished my hot dog and had my Coke. And there's something with these, see the lights? They're forming some kind of symbol of some kind. And there's a sign there. There was a little blurb. And there's some stuff over here. There isn't all that much yet. So I'll just take a quick look at what's here. And then I'll see. I've had my supper, so I don't know. Oh, you know what? There's an ice cream truck. It's a little cool, but I want my ice cream dessert. The lights are coming from here. They're all over here. It's forming a sort of a dome thingy. Now, what's a blurb for this? I gotta find the blurb. This person is lying on the ground to take the. I'm not going to go quite that far to take the dome thingy effect. No, I don't think so. Nutty Professor is not that dedicated to it. I got very, very few followers. I'm not going to lie on the ground, on the cold ground for that shit. No. Okay, I got my ice cream, vanilla chocolate dip cone. It's a little cool for ice cream, but I need dessert, and I do like these cones. And and I'm walking back this way. I'm going to eat and walk till Young Street, and I'll see if I feel like going a little bit further down towards Harbourfront. Okay, this is a thing I saw from some distance, and it's not a projection. It's an inflatable thingy. And a vatak is a traditional Inuit float used by hunters to track marine animals, but is made from the skin of one seal inflated with air, plugged and tied off. Here, a 30-foot inflatable skin hovers over a street, drawing material similarity with the foil balloons. The mirrored surface and contemporary association with balloons transformed this avatak into a celebration of Inuit culture and traditions. It's very interesting, as I've been saying all along. Now, there's more stuff down there, and there's quite a bit at Harbourfront, but you know what? I think that's it for the Nutty Professor. There's just too many humans. I've dealt with enough. Well, I haven't really dealt with them. They've been around. I don't mind as long as I don't have to talk to them. But, there's a lot of humans. And it's cold. I'm wearing like 4 layers, but I should have worn one, one of the oversized, 5 times oversized coats, the winter coats. Maybe you should take one of those out. I'm wearing a toque, but I didn't keep gloves. I should have kept gloves, and then I don't think the ice cream helped. So you know what? I turned around. I'm heading north and Yonge, and not too far to the car, and then back to the kids, And I was thinking of maybe going to Chinatown to have a soup or something. That lineup was for some Coca-Cola Dream World thing, but I don't know. It's like some kind of semi-disco thing. There's people, there's young women there. They're not wearing a lot, which is kind of, strange because it's very cold. I'm feeling cold in 4 layers, and they're like wearing, very skimpy tank tops and, showing a lot of skin in cold. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm turning off. Just too much of a circus there. Daddy, Nutty Professor is turning off into the side street, and the car's just up on that next street. Bye for now.
Canopy.
Back in the Mini Cooper. It's still here, no ticket, and that projection on the wall thing is still going on. So I don't know. I may stop in Chinatown for a soup. If it's still open, it probably is. Or I'm just going to go home. Because the hot dog could be like an appetizer, and I have my dessert too. But I do like the soup, the spicy shrimp soup, I really like it. So I don't know, we'll see if it's open then. Okay, the Chinese restaurant where I go for soup is just around the corner here and it's closed. I think it closes at 3, and it's past 3. So the kebab place just up here, which I've shown before, is open till 4. I could just about make it. It's just, it's a block up. But you know what? I'm going along. I can go along Dundas all the way, and I've never been to the Lakeview 24-hour diner. So I can have breakfast, an actual breakfast. Like eggs and toast. And I've heard it's quite the 24. These days, I think it's open till 4 a.m. except on Saturdays when it's 24 hours. Happens to be a Saturday, so it's still open. So anyway, let's try it. I'll have an early breakfast. Anyway, bye for now. I'll let you know how it is. Okay, I'm here at the Lakeview, and I've passed this place many times. I've always thought that it was further west. I thought it was more in the Junction, but it's right at Ossington. And I was just by it earlier when I turned to go to that first place here. So. Very loud in here. Yes, I can see sort of an iconic 24-hour Toronto sort of institution thing. Now, a bit of a problem with the menu because, I wanted to have a Benny and she says, oh, we don't do Bennies at night. So it's not 24 hours. She said anything except that and then except omelets. That's not either. So it doesn't really leave a lot. So I think that, as far as I know, the standard breakfast, and if she was here, I should have just made up my mind because it's going to be a while before she comes back. But I just walked out because the service is absolutely atrocious, and then she just, she disappeared, and there are enough servers, they're just, kind of, ignoring people. So I'm just like, I'm not going to sit here, for like an hour, 2 hours, unnecessary. And when I was there, if she had just explained, you can get the breakfast, not the bennies, but, And I asked for omelets, and she said, oh, I don't think they'll do omelets. So when she said, I don't think they do omelets, I'm like going, I doubt if they do eggs. But when I looked at it, eggs was on the menu. So standard eggs, but with I would have got portobello instead of bacon. But if she had kind of explained a little bit more and just said no bennies, no pancakes, she doesn't leave a lot. And then she disappears, and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, forget it. So I know what it is, but I wouldn't come back. Hello, everybody. I'm home with the kids. I just got back. I got changed. I let the babies out of their room. I changed into pajamas. And as usual, when I open the door, after the babies have been in the room for a while, Agita goes into the room and sits on the corner of the bed. And the babies have come out, and they're playing and they're sitting here. So I've got one baby here in the hall, and the other baby is there, kind of semi-hiding. You can see him, see the ears, and the other baby is under the dining table. So, both babies are here in the dining room, sort of living room area. And Agita is there. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, day, what is it, 95, I think? I think 95. Tomorrow will be 96, and I will have that in the title of the podcasts. So, on the whole, I suppose it was good that the Lakeview, they didn't serve, and they were delayed, and it was just, and I was going to have to wait another half an hour for her to come and take my order, and then another half an hour for the order, and it's probably just as well, because I would have been very full now. I'd rather, come to think of it, now that it worked out this way, it's probably better that I've come home to the kids, and I'll sleep not on a very full stomach, and I'll get up tomorrow and maybe go for brunch if I feel like it. Eggs Benedict, but not at the Lakeview. So, so that was Nuit Blanche, what the Nutty Professor was able to see of it. And there were a lot of humans. And as usual with Nuit Blanche, remember, it started off as a Scotiabank thing, and it's still, I think Scotiabank is pulled out as the main sponsor, but it's still very corporate. And it's also, it's kind of, I don't want to judge art or, the whole, yes, I understand what is art, subjective, anything is art, everything is art, all of that stuff. But this is kind of more street festival, street party, shows, kind of, it's not, well, I mean, everything, like I said, everything is art, So, yeah, this is art light. And, it's kind of a party, street party, a big street party, very big street party. So, but it was interesting. As I kept saying, very interesting, some of the stuff, So, another day clear. Even though the pull has been pretty strong, So, tomorrow, edit and post. Brunch maybe, if I feel like it. And then I'll get 2 podcasts to edit and post, and it'll be, one events of the week, the usual, the trip and all of that stuff, and time with the kids, and, the pushes and pulls, and one podcast dedicated to the Nutty Professor's take on Nuit Blanche 2022. Bye for now.